Good morning, everybody. Okay, so you tuned into Cragcore once again. As you can see, it's another cold morning out here. We're all hooded and shit, you know what I mean? Trying to stay warm up in this motherfucker. But yeah, so since we're all kind of here and we're watching and all of that crazy business, I don't know what's crazy about watching a YouTube video, but guess what? Probably watching mine is. I'm going to firstly ask you to just subscribe to the channel. Sorry if I'm skipping my words here. It's a bit early. But yeah, so if you could subscribe to the channel, that would mean a lot to me. And also like the video if you like the content. In fact, like it even if you don't like the content. You know, show a brother some love up in this motherfucker. You know? That's what it's all about, yeah? So if you come across this video, just let me know you have. You know, click like, subscribe to the channel. Do all of that nice business. Right, I mean, at the end of the day, we buy stuff we don't need. We, you know, we say things we don't mean on a daily basis. So you might as well like a video you don't like, you know what I mean? But anyway, where was I? Yes, the topic of today is betrayal, all right? Because you know what? We've been positive for a while now, have we? Or have we been talking about COVID? Anyway, let's talk about betrayal, because albeit seemingly a negative subject, we've got to talk about it, because ultimately betrayal is something that happens on a daily basis and you've got to be prepared for it, okay? You've got to be prepared for it, because I tell you what, betrayal will always come from those who are close to you, and I'll tell you why. The very nature of the thing, betrayal, means that at the time when they fuck you over, they are in your inner circle, all right? Because otherwise it wouldn't be a betrayal, would it? So betrayal is something that's going to happen to you. It's happened to me. It's happened to everybody. Betrayal happens to everybody on the planet at some point, and you've just got to prepare yourself for it. Get yourself mentally prepared that it's going to be someone close to you that betrays you, okay? Because like I've just said, the very nature of the thing, you can't be betrayed by somebody who you don't know, who isn't even in your inner circle, yeah? Because that's not what a betrayal is. That's just someone being a dick. So ultimately, a betrayal is somebody who is close to you that you think is a friend, okay? That ultimately then stabs you in the back. But how do you stab someone in the back? Well, first of all, again, you have to be close to someone in order to reach them with a knife. And usually, it's hard to sneak up on people. So what's the best way to stab someone in the back? Give them a hug. Yeah? And while your arm's around them, you know, in between the shoulder blades. Oh, you got me. All right? So that's it. But just remember though, man, I mean, don't get me wrong, being stabbed, man, it hurts, yeah? Cuts you, makes you bleed. Sometimes you can die from it. So ultimately, if you look at that allegorically, relationships can die through betrayals, ultimately, you know. Sometimes they can just simply bleed and the wounds can heal. But most of the time, depending on where you are hit with that subjective knife, you are likely going to lose that relationship, that friendship, that relationship, no matter what it is. That person in your life is not going to be there anymore, because a betrayal is hurtful. But I would say, you know, if you can get past it, try and figure out what it is that caused that person to betray you. Usually it's down to them. Usually it's just down to their being a piece of shit. You know, but sometimes it could be down to you. Sometimes you could have handled situations differently and caused the person to, I don't know, stop liking you, stop respecting you, all that kind of shit. Usually in life, things are a two-way street, okay? The mutual kind of side of life, I think a lot of these times, you know, lately, especially lately, but in our modern history, a lot of the mutual side of life has been forgotten, you know. People tend to just point the finger an awful lot, don't they? And go, oh, well, it's your fault, it's you, it's you, it's you. No one ever really wants to look in the mirror and reflect. So remember, there might be some sort of I don't know, self-reflection. There might be some self-growth that you can do in order to stop, you know, bad shit happening to you, like certain types of things like betrayals in the future. But remember, people that betray you ultimately are inherently bad people, you know, because ultimately, you know, you got to think about it this way. If somebody's going to betray you, they're going to fucking do it anyway. So don't worry about it, first of all. But also, the right kind of person would come to you with any issues, you know, and say, by the way, I'm falling out of love with you because of this, this, and this. You know, I used to think you were a decent person, and this is the reason why I don't, you know, I no longer think you're a decent person, blah, 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 you know. Somebody would come to your face and sort things out with you, you know what I mean? If they're a decent person. But if they're not a decent person, they've got their own issues and shit that they need to work through. Be that as it may, we've all got our own life, you know what I mean? We've all got our own histories that kind of, you know, that basically dictate how it is we're going to spend living our lives. But that don't mean to say that it has to dictate our lives forever, you know. These people, just like you, can do some self-reflection and choose to approach situations in a better way, i.e. not betraying the fuck out of you. So remember, a betrayal ultimately comes from the other person, all right? And you don't have to change your life because of other people's actions, right? So I suppose it is a bit of a positive message here, because you don't have to change your life and the way that you are. Don't allow other people's bad actions to dictate how you spend your life and how you act with other people. If you've been betrayed in life, okay, again, you know, we've all been betrayed. I've been betrayed. Loads of people have been betrayed. If you've been betrayed in life, yeah, it hurts. But that's no need to allow that betrayal to make you not trust other people and become a dick to other people, okay? Because ultimately, what you're doing is you're allowing them to win. And if your character is one that is of a trusting nature and shit like that, then just be true to yourself. And just understand, right, yeah, that what goes around comes around. And in the words of Ricky from Trailer Park Boys, what goes around is all around. You know, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So let's just fucking be real here, yeah, like the MC. You know, let's just stay true to ourselves and be yourself. And whatever happens, happens, you know. And don't allow other people's shitness. That's another word I'm going to invent right here and now. I'm coining that. Other people's shitness to dictate how you live your life and how you interact with other people moving forward in life. Because remember, betrayal, that's on them. You know, they held the knife and they chose to cloak and dagger that shit and stick it in your back while they was embracing you. All right? You let them into your inner circle and they betrayed the fuck out of you. That's them, not you. So don't let it get you down. Wash that shit off. You know what I mean? Do a Jay-Z and dust your shoulders off and get through it, get past it. And remember, it's on them. Okay? There's nothing wrong with you. You're just a good person. All right? You're just a good person that gave too much. It's as simple as that. Now then, this is Craig Course signing off. Remember to like, share and subscribe. Remember, even if you don't like the video, you better fucking like this shit. Show a brother some love. And yeah, this is Craig Course signing off. Peace.